Hey guys, Rob Bass here. Just wanted to let you know that if you like our podcast and want to support us, be sure to check us out at patreon.com/geekcastlive. That is patreon.com/geekcastlive.
What's up, everybody? GCR here, asking you to head on over to iTunes and subscribe and review our show. And then follow us on Twitter at GeekCastLive and retweet the hell out of us. I promise that if you do, I will eat this entire grapefruit. I'm not kidding. I'll eat the whole thing.
Hello, friends. Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/geekcastlive. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Geekcast Joe here. As some of you know, I'm a morning person. As all of you know, morning people are the worst type of people. For help dealing with people like me, I recommend a switch to Death Wish Coffee, the world's strongest coffee. When you're checking out, be sure to use the discount code GeekCast for 15% off your order. Who knows? Maybe you'll become a morning person too. Death Wish Coffee, now available in the App Store and on Google Play.
It's a trap!
All right, knuckleheads, welcome to another episode.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
I am your host, GCR, and with me, as
Somebody's going
always,
to have to ride in town and get a shitload of dimes. It's Nico.
And Cartoon Joe.
Joe has a sweet beard because he's been oiling it with Orthodox balm.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
That was not a real thing. That was not a real thing.
It's a real thing. Catholic beard balm company.
Interesting. How is it comparatively to other beard balms that you have used?
I've never used any of the beard balms, except for the one that you shared with me once from Dollar Beard Club. So I feel more prepared to enter the Holy of Holies.
Good. A vagina?
Yeah, as you like it.
As you like it. So you get yourself all ultra permed up to get into some badge?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Why not?
Give that a whirl.
I like the holy smokes because it makes me smell like sacred space.
What does that smell like?
Frankincense and myrrh.
Oh.
Yeah,
I thought that was Rob's Yankee Candle.
Oh, it is.
Frankincense, myrrh, and Best Buy.
Right.
I about shit in my shoes.
It stands Best Buy.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Geek Squad.
Sidebar, because I'm 4 martinis in. In the church play when I was about 10, I did play a Bendigo, a church musical.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Were you looking for the six-fingered man?
Not that I know of, unless that's what you call that parsonage guy that got expelled from the church.
Wow.
I got dirty.
Yeah.
The revenge story there is just as good.
So you're living like the Ciroc lifestyle, or what?
Kind of, man. When you catch the early flight home from Bienvenido a Miami, and then you get home and have to do a podcast, well, you just keep it going.
I had no idea you were in town.
I wasn't until 4 hours ago.
Oh.
Was Joe trying to make a joke about the fact that we never know exactly where he lives?
Yep.
Pigeonhole Vermont.
I thought so. Bienvenido a Miami, Vermont.
Yep. It's the Polish district.
Makes sense.
Polish district. Nothing says Poland like Bienvenido. A word with no C.
The empanadas aren't to die for.
No, I assume not.
Great Mexican
Well,
pierogi
they're filled
style.
with sauerkraut instead of beans.
Shit. So how was the Sarlacc pit of Trump that you stayed in this week?
Oh, it's a disaster. I cannot believe the golf was good, but other than that, it was just. It's like you're constantly walking around within a mockumentary.
Was there
It's
actually
a
picture
Trump
of him,
establishment
mean
staffed entirely by the people he wants to keep out of the country.
Is everything really like Trump kiwi water?
I knew you would question me. That's why I was documenting all of it.
Because everything had Trump on it. Everything.
From the shitter paper to the
I could imagine that.
breakfast
Like each
menu.
square having Trump written on it.
Yeah, it's
The really
all,
amazing thing is that he allows that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you had to order like Trump's Eggs Benedict in the menu.
Wow.
Right, if that's what you wanted. It was
with Trumpin' Days and
it was
Trump Glish McMuffin.
I'd really love to know honestly what the write-off number is, what the dollar value is for just the embossing everything in the establishment. You know, every cocktail napkin has the Trump name and emblem on it. You know, and they go through thousands of them a day. All the pens, all the stemware, all the everything. It was gross. Not a bad hotel, but I mean, certainly not a 5-star joint.
Well, I'm glad you made it out alive.
Barely.
So
I hadn't been to Miami in a lot.
I'm glad you made it home.
In one piece,
my mystery den.
Like with sanity intact after seeing Trump's name seared into your brain over and over and over again.
It was surreal, but that kind of added to the whole oddity that is being in Miami in the first place.
Miami's already
pretty surreal.
It's a broken yoke of a city.
It's a different bird, and I had not been there in quite a while, so it was interesting.
For the best take on Miami and Florida in general, find yourself some good Patton Oswalt.
I believe that.
Boy,
one of my new favorite people, Patton Oswalt.
He's
by the way,
fantastic.
just sidebar. I did not know anything about his personal story. I don't care about his humor. I mean, he's funny.
You should follow his Twitter at the very least. I know you don't do the whole Twitter machine, but like, if there's anybody that I feel like you would get some level of enjoyment out of, I think Patton Oswalt would be up there.
I read a little bio on him, a self-penned piece that he did about some of his personal life and struggles, and I totally. No, if I hadn't ever listened to his comedy or seen it in TV shows, I would suddenly be a fan. So you mix that in with his talent. So I'm about to jump big time on the Patton Oswalt bandwagon. Good dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a bummer what happened with his wife.
Sucks, but it was so raw and real. You know what he was laying out as far as the daily have to buckle up and face the struggle. You know, you have no other option. But from the place of love, not like from a feel sorry place. I mean, it was just that hit home. Terrible set of circumstances, but it just makes you appreciate all the more that he's able to still produce things that are entertaining to the masses. So
yeah.
So there's that.
I'm glad I brought up Patton Oswalt.
Right? I kind of like this thing where we just slam through the gears.
I do too. There wasn't even any preamble when we started the show. We did the introduction. I went right to like Chisholm,
right into it, like head first.
Like whatever they used during the baptism, Joe got in his beard, and I just went right for it. Now we're in a real night, like a dark point. It's like our dark period. I wanted to quickly pivot to Mozart's "Lick My Ass Until It's Clean" because I can't believe that that's a real thing.
I'm still not convinced that's a real thing, but I enjoy the humor of it either way.
Oh, totally a real thing.
Totally a real thing. It's at this point triple verified that that's actually a real thing.
Yep.
With a sequel?
With a sequel, yeah.
Oh my god. lick my ass right well and clean.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Is canon for three voices.
The first one is "Lick My Ass."
B flat minor.
The second one is "Lick My Ass Right Well and Clean."
Oh my god, this is a real thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
It actually starts with like a chorus singing, and they sing that in like German or something.
Beautiful, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's in like B major,
B flat,
which is a great B flat major. Yeah, great major
I don't know
chord.
what that means, but it's apparently important enough that Wikipedia made it.
Well, and what are the actual words? How do you actually say it in whatever Bavarian language that is?
I'd have to look. It's in German. It's Leck min Arsch, I think is
Leck min Arsch.
Of course.
The original. And then the second one is
it's,
Leck mer
lick my ass
Arsch.
nicely, lick it nice and clean. Nice and clean, lick my ass. It's a greasy desire. Oh my god.
Because when you're Mozart, you can do whatever you want.
Mozart
was
is
the Kanye
Mozart
of
a ghost
time.
fucking
Did you just compare
fucking Rihanna?
Mozart?
Oh, absolutely, I did. Are you fucking reading?
Human
you need to be reading this.
It sounds like
the licking of roast meat,
Rihanna.
my daily activity. 3 will lick more than 2. Come on, just try it. And lick, lick, lick. Everybody lick their ass for themselves. Oh.
Right, it's sung like you could slip that into like a bride's procession down the aisle, and she would never know. It's just a beautiful piece of music. And some music major would be sitting there like, oh, I can't believe my cousin Janessa's getting married. And all of a sudden he'd be like, hold on a second.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Is this Lick My Arse by Mozart?
Oh my shit. I can't believe this is real. I feel more complete as a human being having learned this.
My absolute favorite part about it is that it's on Spotify, which means you can listen to it for free.
Both of them. This is a beautiful world we live in.
Right?
Fucking hell.
Like one of the only good things of 2016
Finding
so far.
out that this song exists and was created in 1782.
Right, yeah, and right.
This text thread for the last 24 hours is one for the ages.
Yes.
I'm scrolling back through. As I scrolled back through it to try and find Lick Mine Arsk or whatever. Intermixed in that is like a desecration of the shitty new Transformers movie. There's some Trump body wash. There is a coffee cup. Some fucking tremendous memes.
Is Owen Payne.
Oh my god. That was a good one. The St. Nicholas meme made me spit up about a half of one of my martinis. That's great.
I love that.
So great. Shut your fucking cock holster, Greg.
Yeah. And instead of shut your cock holster, try thanks for the input, Greg. As some sort of meeting etiquette.
So good.
It is good.
There's nothing better than when you get off of a flight where you've had a couple drinks and you open up you reconnect your phone to find like 48 messages in just a completely off the cuff stream of consciousness. And everyone looks at you like your phone's broken because as soon as you turn it on, it just ding, 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 ding for about 8 minutes.
It just adds to the experience.
I'm honored that you leave the notifications on.
Yeah.
Anything to distract me from the fact that the person that was like 18 rows behind me in the plane, the second it came to a stop, decided he was going to try to run all the way to the front, only to stop right in front of me.
Right, because trying to get the bag that he put 27 rows away from himself.
We are all not going to the same place. Out.
Right. In an orderly file.
Right, just out. That's where we're all going out. the same hole. So
Tiny hole.
Right, it's not like the plane crashed in like water, where you can go through the side exit.
Right. It's not every man for themselves down the wing.
Right.
right. So just sit in your seat until it's time to merge in the traffic, you cunt.
Which is a great insult to call a man. I find that to be just charming.
This has kind of been a filthy episode. I'm like, I kind of dig it. Not gonna lie to you.
It's
been real.
A little naughty. A lot of analingus.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of analingus. That is true.
Coral analingus, nonetheless.
I think we've got our show title.
And not like Great Barrier Reef. Like
no, like quarrel.
No.
CHOR. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Chondo. Do we have a guest tonight?
We have two guests and they're coming up. We need to probably get our do review out of the way here.
That's probably a good idea.
Seems like a thing we should do. So I guess that's me.
I guess that's you.
For this week's do review, we went ahead and checked out a show that I had recently been introduced to on Netflix called Black Mirror. And to get us ready for this holiday season, there was this fantastic Christmas episode called White Christmas. For those of you who haven't watched this is going to be a little bit spoilery, but it is a fantastic show. It's kind of like dystopian near future where like technology has just been like vastly incorporated in our daily lives. And so they go through, and it's John Hamm and I believe it's like Raph Spall, some British actor. Anyway, they have this back and forth, and they're trying to basically converse like they've been brothers and they're brothers, and they've like meeting for the first time in 5 years. And through the course of this show, you see them interact with artificial intelligence in this world, and like kind of play out these like very personal short stories. And it's just a mindfuck of a show. Like
when Nymphadora Tonks gives antifreeze to the skinny twerp, that was the weirdest part.
Yeah, like that's definitely like the first major shift in the episode, because you're going from this like kind of like these two people get like catching up and like reacquainting themselves with each other over the holidays, and it just starts turning into this like sci-fi horror story.
But that's not even.
I thought you kind of picked a Game of Thrones episode by choice.
I didn't catch that
because
I thought you just picked the one with the most Game of Thrones characters.
I should have. Yeah, no, like there were a lot of them in this episode.
Yeah, it was kind of trippy.
Britain only has 12 actors and 14 props, so
makes sense.
It was dark, man, and I would have. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. It was Joe. You go ahead.
I was just saying, I thought the premise was they'd been there for 5 years.
That it was
really
the premise.
To each other.
Yeah, they were co-workers in like some secluded habitat.
Well, see, that was so far as I understood it, just John Hamm basically trying to like get to know this character, because we saw him pull out afterwards. The person that he had been talking to the whole time wasn't the actual murderer.
No, yeah. But he had turned the time thing on it to make it feel as though they'd been together for 5 years.
Yeah. I guess so.
Yeah. So okay.
It's trippy as fuck.
No,
it was really good.
A couple things that came out of it for me. It's so dark, but I can't really watch anything anymore without like picking it apart. I know that's surprising for you guys.
Shocking.
That my inner cynicism was just like they with this whole show, they take a lot of like for doing like this sort of like weird sort of X-Files-y kind of edginess with the British twist, which I find to be great. They have a few too many like where they're really keeping it in the lane, and they just take some real like liberties with leaps of faith. That I wish they would just dial it back like 2 clicks and just keep it awesome. Like when they at the end with the whole, all right, you're blocked by everybody. how like the impossibilities of that in terms of like you wouldn't be able to make purchases and exist in a world
think
like
that's
that. It's
kind
like,
of the point.
Cruel and unusual.
yeah, but you couldn't actually like do anything. You couldn't pay it. You couldn't pay a water bill.
I kind of like again. Well, I mean, you could. I'm assuming you could do all of that electronically at that point, but like I'm assuming that's.
Well, but you can't even send emails to people.
Yeah, like customer service would be tough. The other thing was that is John Hamm typecast himself
I think so.
now? Yes. I think every time I see him, he's playing that guy.
He does it well. But yes.
Oh, yeah, I like him. But I mean, I didn't realize
kind of that like a little smarmy, very suave, like just a fast talker.
Kind of cocky.
Big-eyed, friend of Muppets.
Yes.
Friend of Muppets. John Hamm, friend
Tremendous.
of Muppets. If that's not
Muppets everywhere.
The subtitle to everything, every interview he's in from now on.
John Hamm, friend of Muppets and actor.
Actor, friend of Muppets.
What did they call those things where you can actually pull out you pull out like your own artificial intelligence?
The
cookies.
And I would gladly have a cookie run my house.
See, I'm
It would be mad at you. You'd be mad at yourself.
See, I feel like if I had one of those, it could only lead to problems because I would encourage it and probably end up inspiring some kind of artificial intelligence revolution.
I think I would just wake up to toast and coffee.
I mean, like thinking about how they go through that whole process, though, like the way that they treat those things, like that's how you get Skynet to go active.
Well,
the trick is to make Skynet bored enough that it doesn't want to go active. Apparently.
Man, that seems like there's probably going to be an episode at some point in time related to the cookie revolt.
I have a question though that Nick brought up with the blocking. Mm-hmm. Whose job is it to be the guy who is not blocked? Like who's the DMV guy who has to sit there and deal with all of these bastards who are blocked by everybody else? I want to see.
I wonder if that's a form of punishment in and of itself.
Yeah,
that's an interesting point.
You only get to deal with blocked people.
I mean, at the very least,
can blocked people see other blocked people?
No,
I don't know. Probably not. I think you gotta have not got the eye thing in.
So,
did nobody else feel bad for the dude?
Well, okay. So, what I wanted to ask
for who? For the other guy?
Absolutely.
I felt horrible for him.
I did. I thought he kind of got the stinky thumb.
Well, I wanted to ask you guys at this point in time. Firstly, which punishment, I guess, would you have thought greater? Firstly, for the cookie there, or I guess the guy originally, Potter, I think is his name. So for Potter or John Hamm, like at the end of it, whose punishment at the end do you think was worse?
I think Cookie Potter was worse.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
He had a weekend of the even John Hamm for 1,000.
Well, I meant it for his whole story arc. I mean, that was
brutal.
Brutal. Yeah, like and sort of
to find out that it was his story arc, you're talking like with his daughter.
Oh yeah, to get blacked out by your girl that did not understand why, and then to find out why.
Years later, finding out why.
It was depressing.
Because she got hit by a train.
And then you Richard Gere, the old dude, upside his head,
and snow globe.
Yeah, that was a unfaithful reference for you guys out there that are, not into B-list Richard Gere movies.
The dude, well, I think that is a Diane Keaton or Diane Lane movie myself.
Me like Diane Lane.
Yes, big time.
Still,
like 17 or 18 movie podcast weekly fans just.
No, it was it bought me some episodes, and actually I can get you guys a list. Dino has so you've never watched Black Mirror? Here's the episode order you should be watching it in type of shindig.
Oh, I'm out. I'm done because I made the mistake of thinking I was doing show prep. I was like, well, all right, they want me to watch season 2, episode whatever. I might as well watch the pilot. And that's all. That's it. That's all she wrote. I watched the pilot, and I will not go back in.
No, really.
That one's
which one was the pilot?
The pig.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Okay,
that was too much mind fucky.
The weird thing is that like David Cameron has already done that, just not on camera.
Yeah, he calls that every third Wednesday. Just see what I can catch. That was.
I haven't seen that one, so let me experience that one.
All right. What you mean? Don't spoil it for you?
No spoilers. Nope, it's fine. It's fine.
I didn't say that.
That's okay. It's nice.
Yeah, that one was brutal, but it made me watch the next one.
Yeah, I know. I watched the Christmas one because I promised I would, and I'm not going back. Though I will say I really do like a lot of British produced programming, television programming.
Mm-hmm.
I like some of the just sort of strange, over the top social slants that make it into their writing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really describe what it is. You know it when you see it when you're watching a British program.
I know what you mean.
And,
watching enough British programs.
Yeah, and I do like that. The show is well done. It's cool conceptually, so it's not. It is a good show. It's just no thanks. I want to sleep tonight.
I'd rather not. I'd rather sleep tonight. That'd be great.
Yeah, I'll take sleep.
It is not a show for the faint of
I
heart.
will say I had trouble watching the episode 3 after watching episode 2. So
yeah.
I'm with you. It's a tough show to swallow, but
it was a good do review because it was. I enjoyed a little something different.
I just I thought there were a lot of interesting just talking points that came out of it, like there just being like the artificial intelligence and cruel and unusual punishment, and on top of this like dystopian technological future, just kind of spelled me all over.
Yeah.
So
well, it's like the last third of Flowers for Algernon meets Twilight Zone meets Aldous Huxley.
fair.
That's a lot of crossroads.
Yeah, you went a lot. You went to a lot of places. Like there's a lot to unpack.
That show went to a lot of places.
It really does.
Not for the faint of heart, but definitely worth it. So at least
I guess we have to.
I stayed up that night after last week, watched it, and was like
contemplating life.
Ain't that something? That show.
It's a thing.
So, yep, that was my do review. Black Mirror. That's the third episode, I believe. Fourth episode of the second season. If you guys want to check it out, it's called White.
The title of the episode is White Christmas.
Yeah, it's worth a look for sure.
Yeah.
So I guess we're not gonna I'll have to shelf my Marvel rant for another week because I've been saving it for you guys.
Oh, do you have a Marvel rant?
Oh, huge.
Does it have to do with Guardians of the Galaxy's trailer number 2?
Very indirectly. It's more centered on some other things, but
like the fact that Hulk and Thor are in like a buddy cop movie.
It's partly that. My angst now spun out of my Doctor Strange review, and then also spun into a against my will ear rape that took place on my flight down to Miami. When I realized my iPad was out of battery and I had to watch what was available on the entertainment in flight via American Airlines. So.
Okay, well, we'll make that topic of discussion next week because we have guests this week.
I see that.
So I'm going to add them to the show. So excited.
Good intro. Nice segue.
Well, you guys didn't say anything. It was just total silence. Normally, there's times I could be adding people to the show, and then you guys maybe like talk about something, but nope.
So how about that Loot Crate?
Silent and
Loot Crate is a great thing.
They still do Loot Crate?
No, but I figured that we could get them to sponsor us anyway. So Loot Crate is this magical thing that you get at your door once a month. And it's filled with
Pretty fantastic.
awesome geek shit. So check out Loot Crate.
Especially if you're like
How did I not know Gary Shandling died? Why did I not know that?
Gary Shandling died?
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh, well, shelve that gloomy talk.
How we doing?
We have guests.
What do we got?
We got Adrian.
Adrian, hello, sir. How are you?
Not too bad yourself?
Doing really well.
Excellent. You got my cousin tied in yet, or? Oh, here we go.
Looks like he is right there.
Perfect.
We got the echo thing.
Oh, we don't want the other thing.
No, it's the worst.
Hey, Paul.
Hey.
Nothing.
Is someone got their we got like a feedback issue, huh?
A little bit.
Yeah. Adrian, what are you on right now?
I am on my phone on Skype. Should I get on a computer instead?
You actually sound fantastic.
Well, yeah, but that's where the echo is coming through.
No, it's gone now.
Yeah, it's cleaned up now.
Oh, yeah.
Are you on speakerphone or something for a minute?
No, I'm on speakerphone now.
Stay on it.
It is fixed. It's cleared up. Hey, guys, how are we doing tonight?
Oh, not bad.
Good.
So we actually found out, and when I was discussing with these guys that you guys were coming on the show, that Joe actually has family in St. John's.
I do. I don't know any of them anymore. Because it's been 10 years. But
have any of them been down here to throw axes yet?
No.
Probably not. No, they're all probably too old to be throwing axes.
Well, I'll give you a reason to reach out to them.
Never too old.
Throw some axes.
I'll definitely find out, yeah.
So since we've totally glossed over it at this point, we have the founders of the feast of the world famous Jack Axes on the show right now. I didn't know if anybody else picked up on that.
I got it.
We were on board, but we had the show notes in advance.
That's true.
So, gents, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourselves and a little bit about Jack Axes. What is it? What's going on?
Sure, Paul, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, sure. So Jack Axes is St. John's, Newfoundland's first indoor axe throwing facility, and it opened up officially for business a few months ago, although the business was created about a year ago now, I guess. And Adrian and myself have been working to get the door open basically for a long time. And for the past few months, we've been having people in, chucking axes, drinking beer, and just having a good time. So it all kind of started with a random idea that was Adrian's after he attended his father's 60th birthday party at a very similar facility in close to Toronto, Ontario.
No, what's the liability in an establishment like that? I mean, because I'm thinking I've been to some bars where like you shouldn't be around the dartboard.
Yeah, well, we obviously operate a bit safer. We got lots of staff on here. People are showing you how to do things. A lot of other safe, cages and whatnot to keep axes from flying all over the place. And of course, you're signing a waiver when you come in here.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah. So,
It's actually quite long. I'm reading it on your webpage. The liability is all encompassing.
Well, we're counting on people not actually reading that whole thing.
Let's pour a couple pints in them first, and then throw your signature on here.
That's right.
It's a hell of an idea, man. I am infatuated with it to the point that I actually reached out to you guys to find out what axes you're using because I'm wanting to do this like just in my own house. It's wonderful.
You wouldn't be the only one. There's a fair amount of people who actually just have little I actually just hired a guy who has one of these built in his backyard, and he just whips axes at them. But of course, Newfoundland. Well, actually, maybe this isn't obvious to you guys, but we have like the worst weather in the world, and so an indoor place is, it's a refuge for people like that.
Well,
so
his
axe
indoor
throwing is a
shuffleboard course
thing,
got
right?
vetoed,
But even
so-
before, it's a kind of a cultural landmark kind of deal.
Like axe throwing in general, lumberjack challenges has definitely been a thing for a long time. But I have to give credit to a company called Battle Axe. They kind of urbanized it, for lack of a better term, and it's kind of caught on nationwide, and to the point where there's like a governing body, like a National Axe Throwing Federation and whatnot now. And people, once you do it, you'll get it. Like it's a good time.
Now, what are your targets? What are you throwing into? Is it just pallets? Is it cedar? Is it?
It's spruce.
Spruce. Okay.
Yeah, we use 2x8s of spruce, and that way, as one board gets chewed up, you take that one out and you put a new one up, and so you don't have to replace the entire target as you go.
That's so brilliant.
And you actually can you run leagues? Is that what I'm seeing here?
Yeah. We had our first
hell
league
yeah!
just wrapped up last week, and we'll have another 2 starting after Christmas.
Well, we've been talking about needing a Geek Cast Live field trip, and I see no reason why we're not going to Jack Axe's, because if there's 2 things that I know we'd really have a good time doing, it's drinking beer and throwing axes.
Yep, my friend, St. John's, Newfoundland is the place for you.
Now, you'll have to make sure that Rob signs like some sort of extended liability waiver.
Well, we'll get them to write one specific to him.
Yeah, he's a bit reckless and likes to play the finger dance.
Something special for him.
Now, there is a problem here that I'm seeing on the website, and I don't know if this is current. Adrian, are you 0 for 5 in the head-to-head?
Oh God! You're picking us apart.
I'm just doing my show research, man. I want to know what I'm getting into.
Literally, we're in process of putting the stats up from the first league, and we, anyways, in a joke, Paul there sent off the stats that he thought should be up there first, just to test it out. And I believe he's got a lot of points. I don't think I have too many.
Yeah, that score is lopsided, man.
You know what, guys? To be fair to Adrian, he actually won the inaugural league. I'm sure he's not going to say so, but he took home first prize. He has a slight advantage in that he can practice 18 hours a day, but he did win it.
And I do. Yeah, I got chirped pretty bad by the league members for winning my own friggin' league. But,
that's so badass. I love the idea of actually having a trackable score, especially if you're doing leagues. I mean, that's just fantastic.
Well, I can just imagine telling my wife, so she says, so what are you doing? Well, I got league night tonight.
It's league.
Bowling? And you're like,
we're throwing. No, we're throwing. Horseshoes?
Well, no.
Darts?
That's why. Axes. I told her
Chuck it.
Because I heard about you guys.
Oh, you chuck an axe. Okay,
damn Jason Momoa video.
Yeah.
And so that's how I heard about you guys. So I watched that video, and I actually texted my wife and said, so I just ordered some axes online to throw at a target in our backyard. And I said, I'm going to get into tomahawks. And she said, her text back to me was simply, of course you are. So, not a surprise.
She gets you.
I think she's just unfazed at this point.
No problem. That could be it.
Of course. This was inevitable.
So how was the legend Khal Drogo at the?
He is a beast of a human. I mean,
he's a big boy.
I don't know if you check out our Instagram. I have one picture. It's just 2 of us, and I'm not a big guy, but I'm not a small guy. And it's just me standing next to him. I look like a child. Like he can just whip he's whipping axes 40 feet across the room, and it's terrifying, to be honest with you.
Oh man,
yeah, we have those pictures too.
Yeah, right. There's a reason he's the leader of his palace. Yeah.
So you guys trying to steal any unwritten credits for Justice League then? This stunt work?
Oh, buddy,
I actually saw a video.
Because he throws
I saw
a trident
today.
That's pretty close, right? Trident,
Yeah,
axe.
close enough.
True.
You were saying you saw a video of
Yeah, somebody tagged. I was showing one of my colleagues the video. He had never seen the video, and I said, "Oh, just Google, Khal Drogo axes." And one of the first links that came up, the title of it was from the set of the new Justice League. Momoa throws axes, and I'm like, "No, this is not from the set of Justice League at all. This is from Jack Axes and St. John's Newfoundland."
Like that's kind of a weird precipice to be on. Like, I really want people to know that no, this is actually just our bar. But on the other hand, I could just make people think that that my bar was the set of the Justice League. Do I correct that one or not?
That is a tough
I was super torn on what to say.
Justice was born here.
get a big sign.
Oh,
So is your facility actually like a full-time pub too? Is it a bar during business hours, or is that just something that's in addition to all the axe throwing?
It's all day axe throwing type of thing. Like we don't. I mean, I guess in theory you could pop in, just have a beer there, but the reality is, if you're having a beer there, you're there throwing axe. You're with a group, kind of chucking axes.
Fantastic.
that's all. It is awesome.
That's the kind of company outing that we need.
Yes, I agree
Come
with
to
you.
Newfoundland, boys.
All that paintball pussy shit. No. Get in and throw some
See,
axes.
because I believe there's a place in Chicago that is similar, but I can only imagine that it's very commercialized and very like Chicago.
Yeah, what do we know about?
I just don't
lumberjack
think that
arts?
it's going to be the exact the feel I'm looking for. I think I want to go to this place. I want to have a fucking beer, and I want to throw some axes and just to hang out. I don't want to be listening to Maroon 5 while I'm throwing an axe.
Well, I guess I got to make some changes to my playlist then.
As long as it's not Nickelback.
Throw an axe at the speaker.
I mean, I exclusively chuck to Fall Out Boy.
Definitely not Nickelback.
I don't know.
Did you say you exclusively chuck to
Oh, yeah.
Fall Out Boy?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you said? That's nice. That's nice.
So this is kind of a labor of love thing here, then, guys. It's been a while in the making, but
things.
Well,
Paul likes business. He has a few businesses on the go. I just wanted to get into owning my own business, and what's more fun than owning an axe bar?
I can't think of one.
That's the pinnacle.
Can't think of one.
If I can find a way to mix cotton candy into all this, I mean, I'm just literally living my 8-year-old dream.
Hey, there's always expansion.
I was going to say, is there thoughts of almost franchising this dang thing?
Oh, there's thoughts.
Okay.
there's definitely thoughts.
Is there
Can you guys run it for us if we bring it to you?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Down.
Yeah. What do you need investors?
Brick and mortar.
Do you need franchisees?
How do you guys go about promoting? Is there you mentioned this is like a circuit kind of thing in Canada, or it's a big deal. So do you kind of go to events and sort of?
Well, we just
promote?
hoped that a famous movie star would walk in and throw an axe and drink a beer, and that seemed to work out for us.
That's not a bad jumping off point. If you can swing it.
That was our plan all along.
We assumed it would work, and it did.
You lucked out it was Jason Momoa and not
Right, and not Tobey
Catherine
Maguire,
Hepburn.
and then you can go out of business.
Spider-Man could go to some other place and throw some axe.
Right.
Chicago.
He's got no range.
Exactly.
Tobey Maguire walks into Jack Axe, promptly takes axe to face.
Right.
No one mourns.
It's in the waiver, actually.
So,
If you're chucking axes and you see Tobey Maguire, you're
Obligated.
actually duty bound
Contractually
as a
obligated.
patron
Exactly.
That's in the fine
We
print.
have a pretty powerful legal team that put that together.
So are there you mentioned the lumberjack games earlier, so are there like big axe chucking competitions? I know you've got a league going on, but are there is there some big I guess the only equivalent that I could think of is like the NBA or something along those lines for like the lumberjack games or axe chucking?
Yeah, we're pretty much on par with the NBA.
That makes sense. Yeah, modest too. I like it.
Sit down, Steph Curry.
That'd be a hell of a promo.
Yeah, I mean, it's just on the rise in popularity. There's definitely nothing like that. Even like the stuff that's more established, has been around for 200 years, like actual lumberjacks. It just hasn't been that popular. I think because it hasn't really been accessible to people, and now it's accessible. Now that it's in urban settings, and you throw a bar in there, and it's getting people into it that wouldn't generally be into it.
Now, if there is some sort of governing body or tournament, ledger, is there an official axe? Is there it can't be more than a certain weight or a handle length, or is it basically just whatever you got, you can throw it?
There's definitely some governing rules to that. Like you have 2 different size axes there, but like they're not special axes in any way. Like it's a hatchet size. It can't be over a certain weight. And you have and then the same for like the larger axe as well. Like it can't be past a certain length or below a certain length. And that's just it's as far as that. There's no brand that you have to throw or anything like that.
But there is a weight and a handle length.
Yes, absolutely.
Good to know. Because I want to be official.
Well, I'm trying to find out if there's like a name for a governing body for who would decide this. All I've got is the ALA, and I feel like that's not right. Yes, it's like there's the American Lumberjack Association.
We don't have lumberjacks down here. It's not good ones.
I feel like America as a whole, and not just the United States of, like the north of America.
What do you mean, like a North American?
Yeah, maybe it should be just
like
NALA.
a federation of lumber sports.
That's it.
NALA is way too close to NAMBLA, just so you know. So
oh God,
probably not. Don't
Isn't
try
NALA
searching
also
that in your
one of the
Google
lions
search.
from Lion King?
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
So
Simba's
there might
wife.
be some copyright problems that they would have to worry about with that.
Again, our super powerful legal team will take care of that. No problem.
Perfect.
Yeah. I love that you guys got like
a legal
you got
team.
I imagine
you
just
got
like
the
a
legal thing
league,
also
like
now.
this Justice League of lawyers. It'd have to be in order
Well,
to
you got
fight
Bruce
Disney.
Wayne. Yeah.
Yeah. The one lawyer we actually have is
It pretty much is.
right now.
Yeah. And he definitely does not have an office with a HVAC pipe sticking out of the corner of it. Definitely not.
No, you're talking about our lawyer.
Do we have the same lawyer?
Do we have the same lawyer?
Oh, you use him too?
Yeah, Rudy from upstate New York.
Justice
Thought he
League
was our
guy.
guy.
That's good.
I believe his company's called Real Good Law.
LLC.
It's a flat rate thing. So
Yeah,
Real
exactly.
good law.
it's not great, but it's real good.
No, I'll tell you what, that is real good.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Pretty good law. That's also funny. Well, this is cool, man.
We're gonna have to go up to Canada.
I'm serious about it. This is a bucket list thing at this point.
Bucket list, we need to do this like as soon as possible.
We can make the drive. Pilgrimage.
I'm down.
Well, I've looked at the drive. It's about 44
That's not
hours
bad.
from where I live.
Yeah,
It's only
It's
12
scenic.
days
A
on
short
bike
44 hours, though.
Yeah.
from where I'm at now.
Joe, it's only a 12-day bike ride.
Goes by quick.
Don't forget that
Not
we
sure
are
why Google decided I needed to know that, but that's what it told me.
Maybe we should
Well,
just
you guys
fly
come
in.
up. we'll take care of you. You can crash at our house.
Oh fuck! That's exactly the kind of invite I need to take advantage of.
We got a pretty sweet futon. I don't like to brag though.
That'd be tremendous.
You got to bring your own pillow, though. I learned that the hard way.
He is half joking.
Oh. Well, we wrap up. We wrap up every show by asking our guests what they've been geeking on this week. So you guys can either go first or go last. We'll give you the choice.
I'm gonna go last because I don't know what the fuck that means.
Tremendous. The raw emotion is what we really love to have on audio here.
You guys have been hanging out with actors too much.
Right?
But for example, Rob, what have you been geeking on this week?
Well, the season finale of Westworld happened, and that was kind of mindfuck. So I watched it like twice since it aired. It was just a fantastic way to wrap up the season. If you guys haven't watched Westworld, I highly recommend it. It is definitely some of the better television that's come out this year. So yeah, Westworld. So yeah, that's basically how you do that. Joe, what about you?
Ages and ages ago, my wife bought me Assassin's Creed 2, and I never got around to playing it. And I finally started playing it this week, and it is tremendous. I've had a lot of fun playing it, and I got to go to Florence when I was an undergrad, because it was the only way I could graduate on time, with big air quotes. And so it's really great to be revisiting all those places, even though it's 400 years ago, but 600 years ago. Sorry, I'm off by a couple centuries. I watched too much Doctor Who.
Happens to the best of us.
But it's a great game, and I've had a lot of fun. And Florence is I love that city so frickin' much. So
you're all riled up. You said frickin'.
Yeah. Darn it! I'm so excited.
Jeepers twist, Joe! You're gonna have to wash your mouth out with soap.
I'm heckin' pumped, man.
Can I get a T-shirt that says that? There has to be one out there that exists. I'm heckin' pumped.
If it doesn't, I'm adding it to the list of T-shirts we need to make.
That list is growing. We've got quite the Christmas wish list.
We'll have one waiting for you in land if you decide to come.
Dude, T-shirts, access, and beer.
We have to go.
Futons.
And a futon. Yeah. No, this is the promised land.
I'll sleep on the floor. Now, you said the weather is less than awesome up there. What's the peak tourism season?
There's like 4 days in July.
When it gets to about 75 degrees, right?
No, honestly, we
exactly. And overcast.
Yeah. We do get pretty good summers out here. Some years it is pretty bad. But if it's a nice summer, it's actually the most beautiful place in the world.
Hear, hear.
Perfect.
There you go.
Nick, what are you geeking on this week?
Thanks for asking. Well, as we talked about earlier, it's a two-part thing. I am geeking on all things Trump mockery. Is a big deal.
Nice.
I was afraid mockery wasn't going to be there.
Yeah.
No.
Started that sentence.
Ironically, when I was in Miami doing my my anti-Trump pilgrimage, a couple of my buddies from Canada with the company were down, so they were adding their mockery on top of my mockery for some. It was a bad time. We're being laughed at, so I enjoyed it by reveling in all things Trump, and also on a bit of a Marvel hate binge for next week. So got some stuff on that. Been reanalyzing and revisiting the Marvel story arc over the last 2 years and into the next 2 years, and I have thoughts on it for next week. Rye, what about you? What have you been geeking on?
I'm not even saying this because of our guest. This week, the 4 Cold Steel Trailhawk tomahawks that I ordered came in.
Nice.
And I got a handle on some felled trees that have been cross-cut, so I can throw said tomahawks at the tree. And setting that up this weekend, so I can maybe when I get myself up to St. John's, I'm worth a piss. So I'm not just not able to throw. So I've actually been geeking on throwing tomahawks and things.
Oh,
awesome! So,
man, in all seriousness, fire me an email and I'll send you some instruction on how to build a good target there.
Oh, fuck yeah. Consider it done.
I can't wait for Utapils and tomahawks.
Yeah. I'm also
creating our own holiday.
Yeah, we are creating our own holiday called Utapils. It's the first day that it's nice enough to drink beer outside, and we're gonna throw some hawks, and we're gonna drink beer. So that's how we do. That's how we do the thing. So what are you guys geeking on this week?
Well, I wish I could jump on the Trump one, but I guess I can't really do that.
Oh, you can double up. There's plenty of room.
I'm geeking on Walking Dead, and I know that's a bad one, and I know it's a lame one, but I don't know. It's my guilty pleasure. I love me some Walking Dead. I love this season.
There's nothing wrong with that. The wife is upstairs watching Walking Dead right now as I'm in my basement lair.
Yeah. That's what I'm geeking on.
Fantastic.
Well played.
Sing me a song.
You want me to sing you a song? Oh, fuck it.
You are my sunshine.
I was like, this interview just got weird, but yeah, I got it.
Paul, what are you geeking on?
Oh, geez, I don't even know if this counts. I'm into real estate, so
It doesn't
I've
count.
been hammering through like 3 different real estate investing books.
That does not sound fun and stimulating. It sounds like
I know, but it is
work.
for me because I'm weird.
No, that definitely counts.
I think it sounds awesome.
It's like,
sound really
instead of I do watch The Walking Dead too. But yeah, I love it. I could do a whole show just on it.
Like you read real estate books when you're on the shitter, or like for pleasure?
Yes.
No, I usually do like I do my work that I take home on the shitter, and I read real estate books for pleasure.
Wow. You know that I would have lost
the axe throwing all makes so much more sense now.
It's an eclectic mix of things I like.
Welcome.
You have to release the rage somehow.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming on, and
right?
We're gonna have a link to your guys' website on our show notes.
Is there any place else that our guests can find you guys at to get a hold of you, check you out?
Yeah, Twitter or anything?
Yeah, Jackaxes Inc. on Facebook, at Jackaxes Inc. on Instagram. Yeah. Check us out.
Fuck yeah. Tremendous.
Highly recommended. Very cool stuff. It's worth your time to check out the videos and plan your own pilgrimage.
And no joke, we are going to plan a pilgrimage. We are coming. We will be there.
St. John's is already an awesome place, and to add throwing axes. I might have had a stroke in the middle of that sentence.
Do you smell
St.
toast?
John's axes. Greatness.
Sometimes words are hard. Well, gentlemen, thank you guys so much for coming on to the show.
You mixed it in with living in Godric's Hollow, Virginia.
Old pigeon foot.
Bless you, gentlemen, for coming on the show, and stay well and stay successful.
All right. Thank you very much for having us.
It's been fun, guys. Thanks for jumping on.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having us.
Take it easy, guys.
Take it easy.
Cheers.
All right. Bye-bye.
That is our new buddies from Jack Axe's up north. And if it doesn't sound awesome, just talking about it, check out the video link. It is all that and a bag of crisps.
Oh, crisp.
Yummy.
Well, and
Like a
shout out
salt
to
and
my
vinegar crisp?
shout out to my Canadian boys.
Fantastic.
And of course, sea salt and vinegar. Come on.
Well, I was double checking.
What's wrong with you?
I think
I don't know.
they're plugs.
Are strokes
I
contagious?
think so.
Well, yep.
In Trump's America.
Just like the Zika.
This show was
So tune in
huge.
next week for better guests and more guests. I guess
Marvel
not
hate.
better guests.
I'm looking forward to your Marvel hate, Grant.
Yeah,
I'm not
Nick's
bringing
Marvel
marmalade, Joe, next week.
Marvel hate rant.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking forward
And
to your
marmalade.
marmalade rant. I've been waiting for that all year.
There's Marmaduke
Yeah.
rant?
Yep, Marmaduke marmalade rants and plugs.
Mamaluke?
Rants.
No, we're not going to watch the Babadook
It's so good.
I love the Babadook.
because I like to sleep.
It'll be so good.
Abe Sapien.
Duke.
Abe Sapien marmalade. Okay, that's enough for me.
I'm delirious.
I've eaten this Shane.
This is,
If you have listened to the show before, you are most likely familiar with the guys from Wayward Raven. And if you haven't listened to the show, you're going to have to just trust me on this one. These guys are the best and have some kick-ass wares over at waywardraven.com. So head over there and check them out. Use our discount code NECKBEARD and save yourself some dollar bills.
If you don't get enough of Geek Cast Joe, check me out on my other show, This Freakin' Show, at thisfreakinshow.com.
If you like what we do or you want to harass us, be sure to check us out on Twitter at GeekCast Live, GeekCast Ride, GeekCast Base, GeekCast Joe, and GeekCast Nick. If you want to check out our podcast, be sure to go to gcl.ninja. Want to check our Facebook out and interact with us? GeekCast Live is what you got to search for. And be sure to check us out on iTunes. Give us 5 stars. Lie if you have to.
Geekcast Joe here. As some of you know, I'm a morning person. As all of you know, morning people are the worst type of people. For help dealing with people like me, I recommend a switch to Death Wish Coffee, the world's strongest coffee. When you're checking out, be sure to use the discount code GeekCast for 15% off your order. Who knows? Maybe you'll become a morning person too. Death Wish Coffee, now available in the App Store and on Google Play.
Hey everybody, GCR is back at the post-production desk. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Geekcast Live podcast. This week's bit of bass is Back Pocket by Vulfpeck.